Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Roxanne's Daily Rambles. Today we're doing a movie. We're doing Iron Man 3. Because I've been trying and meaning to do these and it just hasn't happened, so let's just jump right in. So we start off with Tony Stark is talking, and they have stuff exploding, and then we start off to, that was like the present day, so we get back to 1999, and you have the blue Abadi Badai by FL65, because I love that song to death, playing. It's like 1999, New Year's Eve, it's about to be 2000, and then we run into Stark as drunk as a mofo, like so drunk, sorry, well, literally drunk off his butt, and then we have some guy, but we found his name is Killian, talks to him, and he's like a nerd, and he's talking about a program called AIM, and Stark tells him to see him on the roof in about a half hour as he's going up with a bunch of party girls and his bodyguard. So he talks to a girl about research and how, like, about regeneration and stuff like that. And she shows him her plant, and the bodyguard kind of pulls a leaf as they're going to the bedroom, and then the plant explodes. And then we cut to, you know, Tony basically passing out and never showing up on the rooftop to meet Killian. And then we go to the present day where Tony has been awake for literally 72 hours. And he's working on a new suit, but it's not really working, so he hits it, and then it starts to work, then fails, then kind of works, and then kind of doesn't. And then all over the broadcast, all over the networks, we see Mandarin's video. And then Tony talks with Rhodes at a restaurant, or I don't know what it is. It's an eating establishment, and basically talking about Mandarin, like how long has this been an issue for, this type of stuff. And then Rhodes is just trying to brush off his, and he's just concerned about Tony because he's just not sleeping. So they get a bunch of kids come up to him and like ask him like for autographs and stuff like that. And this one particular kid asks him like, "How did you get out of the wormhole?" Then he starts to spaz out and he leaves and puts on the suit to check his vitals. But basically it comes back that he's having an anxiety attack, which he's never had before. And then we have Happy, which is bodyguard, being crazy at work. He's super into his job. He's the security person there, and he's very, very, very into it, and tells everyone off that's not following any of the rules. And he has like, I think 100 complaints against him for people in the office. And we have Pepper meets with Killian, who cleaned up very nice. He was very different from when he did in 1999. He's creating a device called Extremis. And basically, it's basically this three, he rolls these three balls on the ground, and it shows a map of his brain, like his entire brain. And they go into his brain, and he's like, pinch me, and they can see like the pain receptors going off, and so you can see like how the brain's working. And then we have Happy. It's not really happy about it, so he calls Tony to eavesdrop it, but he's very tech stupid. That's like the most technical word, and basically trying to talk to him and stuff, but it's not working right. And then Tony just hangs up on him. He's like, "Okay, good luck with that. Bye bye." And so we have Pepper denies Killian's research because she doesn't think that would be good, because she feels like it could be weaponized, and that's not great. So then we cut to where he kisses her goodbye, and then Pepper talks to Iron Man, and he massages her, and so she wants to take it upstairs and stuff, but he's kind of blowing her off a little bit, and turns out he's actually doing freaking chin-ups downstairs, and basically, making her really upset, which she finds out, and she gets real upset. So then Tony basically comes clean and tells her, like, I can't sleep, and he has, like, nightmares, and is always waking him up. So then Tony does have a nightmare. Then Iron Man comes into the room and basically like scares the crap out of them. But Tony managed to shut it off basically like because he had implants into this new Iron Man suit. So that's why it was able to come to the room, because it felt him in danger in the dream. So yeah. And then we have Happy follows the guy that was with him at the with Killiam at the meeting, and gives another guy a case. The Happy gets busted, and then it gets thrown super hard. And then the guy that it was going the case to, he starts to overheat and he actually explodes. And the other guy regenerates and walks away. So then Happy is like severely hurt, like really bad. Then we cut to another Mandarin video where he takes the credit for that, but yeah. And then we have Happy in the hospital, and Tony is there, and basically he's like, whatever he needs, just do it. I'll handle everything. Just make him better. And turn it to, what's that show? That British show? Hang on. Hang on. It was Downton Abbey. Because Happy loves that show. So anyway, we have that. And so then Tony's leaving the hospital, and he literally calls out the Mandarin and literally gives him his address. So we also have Tony doing research on him, and they go over the crime scene, and they see tags at the crime scene. The way they did the crime scene was actually pretty cool. It's like a 3D model of it. But he was able to walk through. It was like a hologram, like a 3D hologram. It was so cool. And there was another case in Tennessee before the Mandarin that had the same spike heat signature, which is pretty interesting. And we found out that Pepper is leaving. And then the lady that Tony had fun with way back when, her name is Hanson, and she comes knocking on the door, and she visits, and then they're all arguing. And then there's a rocket incoming, and thanks to the guy that was handing the guy the briefcase, I can't remember his name, and he throws a rocket launcher at them through a helicopter. So Tony Mason says Pepper, and then more rockets are coming, and basically the house is done, and basically Tony threw the Iron Man suit onto her, and so that saved Hanson as well. So they get put outside. And then Tony basically goes after the copters after it reverses off the Pepper and goes to him, which was super cool, like graphics and like that CGI. That was really spectacular. And so then he goes underwater. He got buried, but got out and managed to escape. But everyone thinks he's dead because he was in the water for a while. They managed to take out, I think, like 2 copters, except for that one that the guy was in. And then we have Tony is in Tennessee because basically, and also crash landing because he kind of passed out in the suit, and he crash landed in Tennessee because that's where that thing before the Mandarin showed up, that heat signature went. So that's why it was just in the operating system's catalog. So that's why he was going. So that was super cool. Then basically Jarvis went bye-bye. He kind of went out offline because of the low battery. So he basically, so Tony has to drive the suit and leaves Pepper a message at a gas station. And he breaks into a garage, but a kid busts him and tells him that that he's dead. Because people think he's dead. And then we have the kid's name is Harley. And then Pepper hears the message, thanks to the Iron Man suit head. Like a spare one, I think, popped out during the entire episode that happened. So she'll manage to receive the message, and now everything's going to be okay. And so then Hanson thinks her boss, Killiam, is the Mandarin's group. Because basically AIM is like a huge think tank. And then we have the Mandarin is doing another video. And we have Tony and the kid visit where the bomb went off. And basically it tells us a story about how, about New York. And then Tony has another anxiety attack about that. And then we found out that basically this army guy basically went cray-cray, basically. And the way that the story is told is that he went crazy and went off in town, and it was like 5 people that died, but it was only 4 shadows. And the story is like the people that have the shadows are the ones that went to heaven, and the one that didn't catch shadow, which was the guy, he went to down there, because I'm not sure what I can say on these videos right now. Anyway, so that's the story, but, you know, Tony's like, okay, let's think about this. And then, so they go talk to the army's guy's mother, and to get his file. So he meets a woman outside, and it was like a bump into some random lady, and then they go to meet Miss Davis, and basically brought the file. Then a woman arrests Tony, and when a sheriff in the bar confronts her, she goes crazy on everyone, and literally melts the gun. Like, literally melts it. And then we had the woman versus Tony. He manages to blow her up, thanks to the, okay, well, first the army mom went there to give the file to the lady, but, they didn't, she just gave it to Tony, thinking he was part of the government, but it's not. So anyway, he tells her to run for it, so she does, so basically he gets the file, and then he puts the tags that he got from the crime scene into the microwave to blow up the lady that was going cray-cray. And then the guy drops a water tower on them, thinks him melting it. And then he takes the kid, but he manages to use the shock device that Tony gave him. He managed to get away with the flash bombs. And then Tony KOs the guy and got the file, then steals his car. And then we have the new Mandarin video where he calls out the president. And he's got 30 minutes to call him, which he somehow got the president's phone number and called him. And so he picks up the phone, so he actually does it because he has someone hostage. But he asks the guy anyway, even after he gets the phone. He's like, this is not, you know, life is not fair or whatever. So the president sends the IP on the case. And then we have Tony makes the connection with AIM. Because he looked at the file, said MIA, then he reverses, it's like AIM. It's like, oh, okay. And then he calls Rhodes and basically gives info. And then we have Tony got into a news van and basically got busted by a huge fan. Like a huge fan, like trying to style his look just like him, has a tattoo of him. He's like, yeah, buddy, shh. Like, burst the signal and let's... And so he could get the password from Rhodes, which he does. It's like a super lame password, but it's kind of funny too. I forgot. It was funny. And basically hacks into AIM and sees the videos and got evidence. And then we have Hanson talks to Pepper. And then Killian got them. Turns out Hanson was in on it. And then the IP is Iron Patriot. There we go. Basically sent on a goose chase, but not really. And he got captured. Because basically he felt like some type of a sweatshop, and he basically freed all the ladies there that was working, I guess, like technically against their will, but it was actually an AIM front. So then, then Tony calls the kid, and Jarvis, he says like, "What do you mean the suit's not charging?" He's basically almost got into a wreck, but he pulled over, but everything's situated now. And Jarvis says, like, okay, I'm here, it's kind of working, okay. And basically says that the broadcast is in Miami, and then we have Tony spazzing out, thanks to another anxiety attack, because he mentioned New York again, the kid. And so basically, he's going to Miami, and then Harley tells him to build something, so he does. Because that's basically what distracts him and makes him more centered, is to build things. So he later goes to, like, I want to say like a Home Depot or a Lowe's and just buys like a bunch of stuff and makes a bunch of weapons and stuff. So he goes to Miami, and then he basically offed all the guards. Well, he basically owed them on if he... Anyway. Then he runs into some garden hose. and tells them to leave and busts the Mandarin, who's not really, basically the Mandarin is a big fraud. They basically drug him up and basically make him the Mandarin, and he gets into this whole act and stuff. And fell asleep confessing. And then we cut to where a guy KOs him, and then he talks to Hanson, and basically he helped her with, what's this called? Hang on. With Extremis. And basically, like, he wrote down like something that really helped out when he was like half drunk. And it helped her out a lot, but she still can't get it quite right. And so Tony tries to get through to her, and then Killian comes in using Extremis on Pepper. So then Hanson has a change of heart, and says like, either you let him go, or I'm going to hurt myself. And so he offs her. And so, okay, bye. And so then Killian got Rhodes out of the suit because he was heating it up. And we found out that he can actually breathe fire. What? And so then a guard breaks the watch. So then Tony tries to summon the suit. But it's not really working because it's blocked by the shed. And then the kid gets to check on the shed and actually lets it out. And the suit gets out. So the hand comes in first, then a boot, then the suit follows suit and gets to him. And so Tony versus the cronies, then they try to get entry from Trevor / the Mandarin. And then we cut to the Iron Patriot on Air Force One, which is really the guy in the suit. And then we have the Vice President is in on it because I guess his little girl's missing a leg, and I guess they had a deal that they would fix it. They have Iron Patriot grabs the president and put the president in a suit and sends him away. So they have Iron Man versus the guy on the freaking plane, and then he detonates the bomb, and Iron Man offs him. And then 13 people got sucked out. And so they basically play a huge game of monkey. Basically grind people like a barrel on monkeys, like I said. So he managed to rescue all of them. And that was like a very impressive scene. I really, really liked that. That was really cool. And then where am I? So he managed to rescue them. Then he gets by a truck, but he actually wasn't in the suit. So, and then we have a house party protocol, and basically all the suits are going to this location where the president's at. And so the president got to Killian on a oil rig, and it got strung up. And we have Tony and Rhodes there as well. And basically all the suits are coming, and we get to Pepper, but Killian interferes. So Rhodes goes to save the president and takes him away. Then Pepper falls into the fire as Tony's trying to grab her. Then Killian is versus Iron Man. Basically blows up Mark 42, one of the suits, with Killian inside. And then we still found out that Killian's still alive, but Pepper KOs him. And then the suit was going after Pepper because the suits were programmed to go after the people that had the heat signatures. But she took out the suit and then Killian as well. And then Tony says he'll fix her. Then Tony does basically Operation Clean Slate protocol, which is like the suits being destroyed, which is almost like New Year's, so it's basically like fireworks going off. And then the vice president is arrested. The Mandarin is also arrested. He managed to fix Pepper and got the shrapnel that's been inside his chest since the first Iron Man. He finally got that removed. And then we have Happy is awake. And the nurse, he pushes the nurse out of the way so he can watch Downton Abbey. And then we have let's see, and then Iron Man gives Harley gifts. And then basically he throws his chest piece into the water because he doesn't really need it anymore. And the only thing he talks about, takes with him is basically his R8 and that little dummy robot. And then we cut to a post-credit scene where Tony is talking to Banner. He kind of fell asleep, and he didn't listen at all. And he kind of got mad at him for that. And that was the end of the movie. Wow, I talked for 20 minutes. Really good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun movie to watch. I really enjoyed it. And I give it an A+. The graphics, the CGI, story, everything, I really enjoyed it. It was just awesome. So anyway, that's what I'm doing for this video. So if you like this video, please go to like, comment down below. Tell me what you think of the movie. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know what you think down below. And I'll see you on my next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.